First template. Hell yeah. We're just getting started, and that's almost everything that came out of this thing already. Well, just in this corner. Hell yeah. Got the car up on all 4 jack stands. The little frame rail section here on this side wasn't too bad. The other side was really rotted, but I slowly put the weight on it, and it seemed pretty much okay. A little bit of crunching noise, but nothing too extreme. But I still got the main jack under the center just in case. But anyway, I started on assessing. I saw some rust back through here. Get this light set up. Alright. So through here, so I started poking at it, and turns out there was a big section here, there, and then of course down there where the control arm mounts. So I just started hacking away. This did come out to the frame rail here, and then kind of meld into it. I think it's followed like that line or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to cut out a little bit more here, square this up, and then see, this is this is pretty thick through here, even though it's broken away from this. I'm going to clean all this up, square it up, and put a piece of really thick sheet metal in here. Or, actually, you know, this stuff isn't super thick, so the sheet metal I got is thicker. If not, it's the same. I mean, it's really thin. But anyway, plate that up, then come back with another layer of sheet metal on top to fill in this, kind of restore that back to the way it was, and do a similar section right through here. Put a really strong plate through here. I might have to put a bend in it and eat some of this away, but essentially build some strength back to this middle through there, and then cover it with, again, like a patch. But the patch, I'm going to try to make it one piece throughout here, because like all of this is still, it's thin and weak right now, but it's still decently, you know, solid metal. So as long as that holds true, I'll have, you know, a good base to build from. And then I might have to dig into this a little bit more, but I was poking everything with a screwdriver and it seemed okay. And then finally, got that rust through there. I poked all that. That did look solid, but it was not. So that I'm not as worried about taking care of right away. But I want to get the majority of this structural stuff done, so then I can assess and work on this. I've been brainstorming a plan, but we'll see once we get there. I want to take one step at a time. I may actually do an assessment and start cutting away stuff before I actually get into all this, but we'll see how it unfolds. Don't give up. Alrighty, so I'm still not a welder, but I got some L angle in there. I drilled a hole, got that piece wedged in there, got that piece wedged in there, and then figured out this guy how I needed to cut it to make sure I get some weld on, you know, all as much surface area as I can. So now that that's in, I feel a lot better about tackling all the other rust. I was going to plate this up first, just in case this was, you know, messing with this would compromise the strength of this, but this is all good solid right here, just the hole there, which was part of that whole mount anyway. So now that this is all done, I'm gonna weld that nut in, and then plate the front of this to tie all that together, and then cut this nastiness out. I'll probably pull the control arm off, cut that nastiness out, and then probably try to slide something in there to help support the other side, and then come in here, fix that hole, and then this area will pretty much be wrapped up, and I can move on to this guy, and so on. But I'm happy with this progress so far. Alrighty, continuing some work on this guy. I just got some cardboard here. I'm just working on this patch panel right now. Just little by little, trimming it down until I get the right size. Alrighty, so got that cut out. too much, it was actually too thick for the burp gun to take out, so I just ended up with the angle grinder. Doing it the hard way, but I'm gonna get this front end tacked in. I'm just gonna lap the joint, and then I'm gonna start shaping it with the body hammers to get it to conform into this area where it flares out.
Longest night I remember, fall of '85. You called me from your mother's house and you said goodbye.
Yeah, so I'll just take this guy and just push it in the corner, tack that corner, or maybe I'll tack the bottom first and then I'll hammer that in, that top corner in a bit, and then buzz it the rest of the way. And this guy down here is just separated from the other piece, so this will all tie together. Aside from my beautiful welds, I squared this guy up, so now I've got fairly straight edge up here, a fairly straight edge through here, but I'm going to have to account for a small bend in that corner. Alternatively, I could just fill in the triangle here with one piece and then just plate it with another piece. That would be a heck of a lot easier. But I'm going to try to do it in one piece. We'll see how it goes. Alright, check this out. Got a little panel gunner. And it's pretty dang close. The only thing is, since I put this bend in it, it stiffened this panel, this part of the panel. So, just like this guy, I'm going to have to shape a little bit with the hammers. I think I'm going to try to shape some of it before I tack weld it in place. That way it's a little easier on me. Looking pretty good. It's pretty much butted up right against the other metal there, the old weld that I just did. We've got a lap joint there and a small lap joint there. I'm not too worried about this side. It'll just give me more meat to weld on. And this side, I mean, it's a Geo, right? Alright, I want to shape this a little bit. definitely got good penetration on the top. You can see all the burning paint on the inside of the car. And that bottom corner wasn't quite butted up against the other sheet metal as I thought it was, so there was a fairly decent gap throughout the entire length of that. But it's done, it's in, it's a Metro, so, you know, I'm happy with it. On to the next.
I'm growing strong.